Hi everyone, I'm Christoph Ashrians. I'm going to talk about empowered teams. Um, it's great to be here, see so many people from that I work with and known from before. And in all my assignments, really, as a consultant, I try to create this or help organization create this environment for empowered teams. And actually, this comes a little bit from the frustration, something I've seen for quite a while. When starting at a customer, usually when speaking with leaders, we're like this, like, yeah, my team, they're not, proactive. They are not doing, the extra miles to really create these outcomes and this customer value we want them to do. But they are empowered. I'm just telling to them all the time, you're empowered, do whatever it takes. And then you speak to the teams, they're like, nah, we're not empowered. We every time we do something that is a bit wrong, we get blamed. So eventually, no one is really doing anything. Anyone recognize that somehow from their, yeah, majority actually. So let's dig into that because this is a pattern that has to do with empowerment. And in traditional organization or conventional organization, it usually works like this, that you have some people that are responsible for ensuring that the teams are creating outcomes for the customers or the business, but they are away from the actual team doing the work. And there is this gap that creates that, makes that whatever ideas and fantastic solutions that are thought about up there really come down to the team as some requirements. This is something you just must do. Don't think, just do it. And of course, that makes it very hard for the team to speak about anything else than what's in scope, how much time will it take, and etc. So the team are kind of disempowered. Basically, what you will find then is two type of teams. Uh, Delivery teams that are really focusing hard on delivering, well, that are empowered to create solutions. So here is the requirements, create, the implementation, implemented. And you may have other teams that are a bit, are very like delivery teams, but also responsible for UI and, sparklet some UX just on the solution, which means that they're also responsible for usability. But the thing is that both of these type of team really fail to answer the question, will it actually create user value? Will it actually solve the problem of the business in a way that works for the business? So there is a lot of missing potential in this type of setup. And we know that this is nothing new. Steve Jobs, here very young though, was always saying, you don't hire these smart engineers to just tell them what to do. You hire them to show what's possible. And I'm taking Marty Kagan to a product coach, saying like this: if you're just using your engineers to code, you're only about getting half their value. So it means that the most innovative solutions really are created by engineers that are the edge of technology, know exactly what is just now possible, and combine that with understanding, of course, what problems they should solve, what do the customer needs and wants, and their pain. So somehow, true empowerment, true empowered teams are these type of teams. They take up the whole problems. And really the best companies out there, the one that succeed the most, are the one that can create a possibility for these to happen. It's the one that are living up to this potential. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, first you should try to give more significant problems to your teams. If you are within the output, so to say, you try to formulate your problems that, implement these kind of things. That will not take you anywhere. But as soon as you start to formulate this mission, this mandate, to your teams in a way that is articulated towards the customers or even towards the organization and the business impact, then you create possibility for these teams to act in and find good solutions. So you have empowered teams that certainly are not only working with that which is feasible and viable and usable, but also is it viable for the customer, viable for the business and valuable for the customer. This means, of course, that leadership must change. There's a new role here, not only to give better problems to the teams, but super importantly, explain why, to give a whole picture. Why is this important? And that's not just a one-liner. It's 3 pages, 6 pages. It's dialogue with the team explaining the whole picture. Why is that important, and what do we know so far? What are the hypotheses that to work with? That also requires the managers to actually understand that the teams may come up with much better solutions than they can themselves think about at the start. For this to work, there's also the team needs to feel safe, because then they are, so to say, sticking their neck out, and everything could go wrong. So they should feel this, psychological safety, and to work within boundaries. Boundaries could mean, painting a playground for the team to work with. So how do you do that? Do you just throw away the teams and give them a lot of empowerment suddenly? Well, that actually is pretty hard, in the sense that you will like the teams to be in a flow zone. You would like the teams to not be too passive, in the sense that their mission is to, so to say, boring, but you do not want them to put in anxiety. That is to say, in a situation where they are very stressed because they do not have the competence or do not have the clarity from management to do that in a good way. So you want to find the sweet zone here. And the way you do it is not, of course, you can do big transformation, but the way to do it is simply to take a team wherever they are and start to give them a little bit more autonomy and control. And that puts them outside of this safe zone. They will start to learn things. They will start to ask things from management, from leaders about more clarity. And that will actually allow them to build that competence and clarity with leadership to ensure that they come back to this flow zone. And that's how you do it, a little bit at a time. Yes, that's what I had the time to talk about. Thank you for that. If you want to discuss more Empower Teams, I'm available after. Thank you.